Guess who is back? It's just me for the moment, Donnell Suggs, editor-in-chief of the Atlanta Voice. And this is another episode of the DNA Atlanta Sports Talk Show. We're going to jump right into what's most important, and that's Falcons camp. Players are arriving today. Camp starts tomorrow. And there's a whole new season, and you understand the expectations for the Falcons this season. Everybody is expecting, after 7 consecutive seasons of not making the playoffs, that the Falcons are going to turn things around this year. A lot of that goes on the quarterback, Michael Penix Jr. A lot of that goes on the defense, which was, I think, maybe 28th or 29th in sacks last year in the NFL. A lot of it falls back on the fact that is Young Wade Cool back? Is he the Cool of old? Are the receivers going to be as good as they were last year? Because it was very solid. Drake London, for one, had a phenomenal year. Is Kyle Pitts on board? I saw him walking into camp this morning. I saw him on TV. He looks great. But, again, he always looks the part. We got to see if we can get him involved in the offense. So Falcons camp opens at Valley Branch tomorrow. We will be there. I'm going to try to go live on my Instagram, on my Twitter, and, of course, on this new TikTok that I have now. They're all under the same name, @SuggsWriter. We're going to try to go live and give you some coverage of that. Again, it's camp. Everybody calm down. It's camp. No one's playing each other. It's still another week away to a preseason game. So as of right now, it's just about the guys getting out there, reintroducing themselves to new teammates if they don't know them, and old teammates, and just kind of throwing the ball around and getting back in pads and stuff. So I don't want the expectations to be too high, but I know they're high. Not making the playoffs 7 straight years, it's just no good. It's not going to work. So Falcons are going to go into the 2025 season looking to try to change that. Again, the expectations cannot be any higher for this football team. And this the NFC South division, it's fair to say it's wide open. Tampa's always good, but Tampa's kind of falling into winning the division the last couple of years. Saints look down a little bit. Tyrann Mathieu just retired. New Orleans native. There's another good player they don't have. Their quarterback situation's up in the air. So, again, Charlotte, they beat the Falcons last year, so you can't talk too much smack. But the division's up in the air. There's a chance to really change things around, and it starts with camp tomorrow, so we will be there for that. Transitioning for a moment to baseball. Last night, the Braves lost 9-0. 9-0 is a lot. The Braves scored 9 runs on Monday night. To score 9 runs one night and to give up 9 runs and not score one the next is pretty much how the season's been going. It's inconsistent. You can use that word inconsistent for anything. The pitching, the hitting. Other than Ronald Acuña's arm, which has been unbelievable. He's been showcased a lot lately. He threw somebody else out at second base again off the right field wall. This guy's unbelievable. I still think for my money he's the best player in baseball. Other than seeing him play every day, there has been a ton to talk about. Spencer Strider's starting today. He's starting against Justin Verlander. There's a blast from the past. Who's 0 for 8. Justin Verlander hasn't won a game this season. So maybe he's trying to find one today. Spencer Strider's pitched really well last time out versus the Yankees. So it'd be good to see him. That first pitch is at 12:15 on Wednesday. So we'll see about that. But in the meantime, Michael Harris, I wouldn't call him hot because that'd be strong. But he had 2 hits last night, 2 singles. And that means he's hit 7 games of the last 8. For him, that's a big deal because at one point it was 6 in a row. So Michael Harris coming back on offensively will be really good for this team. Again, the playoffs are way out. Let's not go too crazy to talk about the playoffs. Let's focus on for the fact that the team needs to win today, and then they get ready to go to the road for 6 straight games, and it's gonna be tough. So the goal would be to win today and then win this. That'll win this series. They won on Friday. I apologize. They won on Monday. Lost on Tuesday last night. I was at both games. I will be at the game today. I will be at the games going forward. Going forward, next week, they're going to be at a Motor Speedway in Tennessee. Bristol, Tennessee. Think about that. The first Major League Baseball game played in a Motor Speedway. And we will be there. The Atlanta Voice will be there with full coverage. I'm hoping I can take the DNA Atlanta Sports Talk Show on the road to Bristol. Maybe not. It's a long drive, but we're going to try. We definitely will be on social media, so please follow us on social media platforms. The Braves are going to play the Reds at Bristol Motor Speedway on Saturday. Not this Saturday coming, but the next Saturday. And that's going to be a very interesting game because, again, Cincinnati's another team that's trying to figure things out. And maybe the Braves can beat them. But I think it's going to be a whole lot of fun just to have baseball there. So that'll be a crazy week. But, again, we're going too far ahead. First things first is Wednesday, San Francisco, 12:15 first pitch. Spencer Strider versus Justin Verlander, which normally would be a major pitching duel, prime time type of situation. And as of right this season, not so much. But Strider's been pitching well, so there's a chance he can take this one, knock this one out, and win 2 straight starts. So, again, it's a work in progress. The Braves are so far out of the NL East, there's no point in me even giving you any stats for that. Just work on just winning this series would be a really good start. They won the series in St. Louis before the All-Star break, so winning this one would be 2 series in a row. So that's good. I mean, it would be 2 series. You didn't win the Yankees series, so that they just had. So you want to try to focus on that. The Atlanta Dream is also playing this week, but I know they lost last night in Las Vegas. It don't take a lot of stats to see that. Very tough place to play in the WNBA. So, again, that's a loss. They're going to get right back on the horse and play again. So we'll work on the Dream. But in the meantime, Atlanta United plays on Saturday as well. They're playing Seattle. A tough team to play anywhere, but in particular at home, where Atlanta United is really not playing well. It's hard for me to try to talk this thing out. They're drawing, they're tying, they're not winning. They scored first on Saturday and still found a way to lose that match by a goal. It's been really weird. Atlanta United has not been smooth this season. It's been up and down. Yeah, Atlanta United is back in action on Saturday against Seattle, 7:30 first kick. To say that there's a home field advantage is not true. They have not played well at home this season, and it's really hard to explain why not, because the crowds are there. So it's like the energy's in the building, and it still doesn't seem to matter. But there's good news and there's bad news. You've got Falcons camp opening up on Thursday. You got the Braves playing on Wednesday. You got the Dream playing again. You got Atlanta United on Saturday. It's a long sports week, so we got a lot to look forward to. But on the positives, you never know what happens at Falcons. On the negatives, Atlanta United's got to win some more games to make the playoffs. In the in-between, the Braves need to win this series on Wednesday. So there's a lot of sports going on. Hope you guys tune in to us to find out more. Check the Atlanta Voice on Instagram, at the Atlanta Voice, to follow that. And follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at Suggswriter, SUGGSWRITER. And we'll see you next time.